Okay, hello traders. I hope you are doing well today. Uh, ES is about to open now in a few minutes. So currently we're stuck below the intraday DVA high, which is in confluence with the other bearish level, which is the POC of this CVA, the big CVA. So we're kind of like the price has been sandwiched in between. So now with the market open, I'm expect either to go through and reclaim, sorry, yeah, either to continue to push through or do some failed breakdown at the previous day low or see some failed breakdown about here. So this is basically my hypos for today. As we see, sorry, as we can see, the yearly couldn't test the yearly DVA high yesterday. Sold off, but didn't sell off right or back to the yearly previous DVA high. So the price kind of like in between. It's currently the monthly VWAP, as you see here, is currently holding the price. So as I'm gonna see, either I'm gonna take continuation of the VPOC now, or we may see a fair breakdown of the monthly VWAP and then continue higher. Also, the monthly VWAP is also kind of the same level with the weekly VPOC we see here. There's a bearish confluence, another again. We see price couldn't pass this level. So my impression is as soon as we clear the weekly VWAP, weekly VPOC, price can continue higher here. So considering we have already two rejections, the most probable scenario would be to sorry. So the most probable scenario now is to do a failed breakdown and come down, and then here we're gonna put a failed breakdown on the monthly VWAP. Then I can sure take it along from here. A nice move which happened before was this one, which I missed, was the reclaim of this CVA high. The market open, so yeah. Okay, so the market open now, and let's see what we're gonna have. Okay, price continues higher. I mean, I plan to take my first, actually, I think I'm gonna take all my contracts. We're gonna see if we're gonna have any continuation here. because before happened to me as well, but I trust that the VPOC will hold like before. I'm gonna give it some space. Usually I don't like to put to trade right in the open, but here we have some clear bullish momentum happening. So we see there is a base created here, which lasted from 8:45 until 9:45, almost an hour, which should be a good base ground to move higher. Okay, I'm out. As we see, the buyers couldn't push higher. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm just waiting for a failed breakdown. I gave it I gave it two chances this level to break and go higher, but it didn't work. So now I'm just gonna wait for price to come down and take it from the lows. As I was saying before, this was a nice setup. It wasn't failed breakdown, that's why I didn't take it. But overall, was a nice setup to initiate from the monthly VWAP, especially as I saw before, it was holding for so many times. So we see here it held overnight. So it held once, it held twice. So it was another test during the news here. Also, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna scale down and I'm gonna try one more try. But now, as I said, I'm gonna be waiting to take it from the monthly VWAP again. Because what I suspect is price is gonna do now is it's gonna do like a range. So it's gonna do like a range. So probably price is gonna fail here. It's gonna come down and do it here. Yeah, it's funny now because the sellers are trying to push lower because we supposedly were at the VPOC and below the weekly VPOC and below the weekly VPOC. So all this all this area all this area is bearish. So there's no point of trying something now. I'm just gonna wait to flush everything down and take it from the lows. It seems our buyers are really pushing through now. If you see on the, if you see here, we're already crossing the zero, the base of the uh, delta. So the buyers are really starting to gain control now. Now I'm just gonna leave it to play out. If you see also the RTH, uh, the RTH chart, we're just below yesterday's price. So I expect to test at least the 60/30s here. So I expect price to test at least the 60/29, 60/30s here. Buyers are pushing a lot of volume, just they're getting absorbed. Okay, now we're gonna see something happening. Let's see. They tried before several times. They just couldn't push through, the sellers. Yeah, they can really push through. Okay, let's see. This looks like a more serious attempt. Just gonna give them another chance. No. Unless we have sudden volume coming in to break through, the sellers has really formed a wall there. Okay, it seems they haven't given up. Okay, let's see how it's gonna pan out. It seems like the buyers they are still holding and pushing through despite the amount of sellers. Don't forget we have a big wall ahead, which is the weekly VPOC and the VWAP, but the buyers here have built a very good base. Let's see now if the DVA high is gonna hold the price there and push higher. Look, the buyers are holding and the DVA is holding, but that could be temporary. Hmm, okay. The sellers are pushing indeed. Hmm, okay, interesting. The order flow is kinda like split in between. Just waiting to see if there's gonna be any winner in this battle. Because indeed the order flow is kinda split now. Let's see. This might be a good base back test at the DVA high to push higher. This is indeed this is like a thriller now. Seems the buyers are having a problem pushing through now. Just gonna cut my trade. Let's see. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna take any other attempt now. Uh, I'm gonna be waiting. So I'm gonna be waiting to clear these levels here and then move it higher. Because don't forget, we're not going at the extremes, so there's no point of taking here at the extremes. Yeah, so now I'm gonna be waiting to break this weekly VPOC, VWAP, all these bearish levels, and then I'm gonna enter. If we clear the 60.36, price might still be going, but the price was moving, uh, it wasn't consistent. Yeah. So as you can see, the buys get two candles, then we lose three, then I go again three. So there's no consistent action, price action. That's why I decided to close my trade. And what I'm doing now, I'm gonna be waiting price to either flash again at the VWAP or gone here at the lows at some point. So basically what I was saying before is this is going to be a very choppy area because we see we have bearish and here we have bullish direction. Here we have also bullish. And here we have also bullish. And here we have also bullish. So what I'm going to be doing is two things now. Uh, so either I'm going to be looking at failed breakdown, or if we manage to clear this area and we move higher, I'm going to be taking this price of action, where I'm going to place my TP1 and TP2 here. So I'm going to avoid trading in this area now. We missed before a nice opportunity to clear the trade early. That was a really nice move here. But I missed it because I saw the price action here and I was trying to see um, after the news how it's gonna go. But then as soon as it's gone, it was already gone. I should have taken or put like a limit over here. But anyway, we're gonna have more opportunities coming during the day. Today I'm not working, so I have a lot of time in my hands to take like a proper setup if it appears. Because I'm already down in the day for around 10%. So if I take something which has to be really good setup. Sorry, my mic was off. So I was saying that I did a few mistakes today, and that was basically I missed a chance to enter here. So I tried to get long on the breakout, but on the breakout we have several high time frames bearish, which we see now. It has a lot of difficulty and it's kind of risky to trade in here. Also, another mistake I did is I should have ended here the reclaim with the 6,000, take my profit one, two, and then this one would be basically a free runner, 28 points runner. This is how I should have treated my day, but so far, yes, I did these mistakes. I didn't take profits level to level, and I ended a bit late in the sequence. So now I'm not going to do anything. I'm just waiting to clear the overnight high and all these bearish high time frames. And as you can see here, I'm just going to trade. If you see here, you see that price couldn't break above the monthly DVA high. So if we manage to clear the DVA high at 6,000, I plan to trade this one, this level to level. With take profit around here, first one, second, and then I'll possibly leave a runner just in case we reach the highs as well.
Any financial knowledge and literacy.
Jack, if you don't mind, real quick, I'm 60 years old and I can't go back and invest.
Basic income, what it's got to be one or the other. It's hard to do.
Like main niche we're working with right now. Um, it's very hands-on. It takes some time. Like you have to find them all. You have to find a website. Then they don't have a website, and like trying to get the information about some of them is
Sure.
it's really rough. Is there any like programs or apps or anything you know of that would help us to come with like a lead list or just something that can provide some emails or something for specific kind of firms to make it
Yeah, I
easy
would
for us?
say I would say first and foremost, you hit it exactly on the head. You need a really good lead funnel. You need something that you can get out there in social media, in marketing, on Google, digital ad strategies that is a really valuable free item that you give away and you collect their email addresses for that giveaway and use that as your database to build off of so then you can have a drip campaign to all of these potential clients through that email magnet. That's what I would do first and foremost. Because keep in mind, in your world, even if you only get 100 emails a month, if they're good leads, then I think it's definitely enough. Because if you give value to 100 people a month and they give you their email address, as long as you don't spam them, you will turn them into clients if you provide value.
Perfect. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
You're
Awesome.
welcome, Mark.
Thank you so much for coming up. We'll keep things rolling. Sai, welcome up.
Hey,
What's
what's up,
up,
man?
Cy? Hey.
So yeah, I got like a two-ish questions. I'll try to do it pretty quick. But one is for a mobile app used by both small businesses and consumers with 100,000 users and low churn. What would you say are the most important things to focus on to maximize growth and build like a renowned brand? Because there aren't many people that have done anything at all in the scale that you've done. So it's interesting to hear.
I would say figure out what is your goal. Is your goal revenue or is your goal growth? If your goal is growth, then pour as much fuel on the fire as you can for marketing. If your goal is revenue, then you're going to have to DM me because we could spend all night on that. Is how do you get to revenue so you can get to profit so you can scale? So I think it's got to be one or the other. It's hard to do both at the same time, in my opinion, but I don't know the app, so I don't have complete information. But I would say figure out what your main goal is and focus on that first. Is it user experience? Is it downloads? Is it getting to revenue? All of the above.
Um, if we were to say revenue, if it's already seven figures, want to get to like
Okay.
eight potentially,
Okay.
um, how would that influence?
Are you profitable?
Yeah, 80% margins, seven-figure company.
And so what is your goal then? Tell me what your goal is and I'll tell you what I would do.
Goal is just this like see what's possible, I guess, you know.
Is it see what's possible for revenue or to try and set yourself up for an exit?
Oh, 100%. See what's possible for revenue, and then I think, like you mentioned, definitely want to be cognizant of whatever offers we can get in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I think it's just one of those things. If you're already doing seven figures and you have 80% margins, then you're a perfect target for, a buyout. And so I just think I would just keep doing what you're doing. If you've obviously gotten to seven figures, then I would just make sure you're hiring correctly, and you have enough cash for your runway to make sure you don't run out of cash. Are you raising capital right now or are you self-funding?
No, entirely self-funded.
Really? Good for you. How many equity holders are there? What's on the cap table now?
Just two.
Wow, good for you. Congratulations.
Thanks,
I
man.
would think the best thing I would like you to do then is DM me on Instagram, not on TikTok. It's so hard to keep up on TikTok. DM me on Instagram so you can share more and I'll give you my email address and then I'll dig into it deeper so I can help you really flush out what I think is the best thing.
Sweet.
Is that
Cool.
cool?
Yeah, awesome. That sounds great. Yeah,
Okay.
second question is, so you touched on like humanoids and AI job displacement earlier. So with that in mind, over the next few decades, how do you think rising tech entrepreneurs should think about positioning themselves to have the most positive impact over the next few decades?
To understand the vast change we're going to see in society and then figure out how you can fix the problems similar to what the problems are today. I mean, you're young enough and assumably you're going to have a lot of money. So you have to pick your passion of what you want to try and fix. Because if you're talking 10, 15, 20 years down the road, we're going to have universal basic income. What is that going to do to society? Are people going to become more obese? Or is the freedom of having a universal basic income going to help people live healthier lives? And if people live healthier lives, they're going to live longer. So where should you put your money and your energy to make the world a better place? I don't really know the answer of what that would be, but I certainly feel you're probably smart enough to figure out what it is. But I think it's always just trying to be 5 years ahead of where the market's going and understand it so you can figure out where you can make your indelible imprint to fix things in society. I just love the fact that you asked that question because there's so many people that I know, and it really drives me nuts, that are very wealthy and they do not care at all about helping or bringing value or fixing problems. They just want to show yachts and Lamborghinis and stuff, and I think it's a terrible way to live.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. One more thing.
Sure.
So earlier you mentioned how like you want you how you want to take like your at bats and you want to get the most out of like the one thing you're going all in on. In the process of doing that, how did you like manage your energy and avoid burnout?
Wow, that's a great question. There's two things I've never felt: boredom and burnout. So for me, I just think it's kind of like childlike if you think about it. It's like almost every day of my life, I wake up like it's Christmas morning. And I've built a life to where I've been able to create that feeling, and it's been that way for decades. I can't remember a time where I
Okay, now as you can see, we attempted the long outside of 6036 as it was our plan. I went in a little bit early, but I think you shouldn't have a problem there to break it. So what I'm gonna do now is, as soon as we go through, is as soon as we go through, let me fill my file. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take before the POG control, and then one at the highs at the quarterly. And then I will just leave one more just in case we're gonna test the previous day high, because the market is very bullish at the moment. I'm now on the trigger to stop it if I see the order flow rejects, because we are at the very extremes of the intraday VWAP, but price just keeps going, which is a good thing. So yes, I'm just gonna keep now a wide stop generally, just in case we have some pullbacks, and I'm gonna take my first uh, two contracts. Let me see. Yeah, so I've ended with 4 contracts now instead of 5 before. So I'm gonna take 2 of my contracts right before the poke, and I'm just gonna leave 2 running, risk free. My goal now is not the profits anymore. I'm just gonna be looking to either break even or minimize my morning losses, so we can have a future with accounts. So we've seen our price is kind of like a tries to reverse, but it fails to reverse. So we see the buyers are still keep pushing even at the extremes. Yeah, the volume is still coming. Imagine we started the delta in the morning pre-session minus almost 2k, and now we're at the plus 3.7k and keep pushing. Okay, it's kind of like flashing. I'm gonna stop it now. Gonna stop it now just in case it decides to flash very deeply. But no, it gets bought again. Fantastical. Generally today we haven't seen any big flashes. So I'm just gonna see now if it's gonna get bought again. That also, by the way, was against my by the way, was against my rules because I should have kept my stop loss just about here. But today is not a very good trading day for me. I barely adhere to my rules. I try stupid things. I get out fast. That's why I'm just deciding now to just gonna put just before the yeah. So I'm just deciding now to leave my screen. I'm not gonna do anything else. Okay, I put some wider stops just in case I get out. I put my levels correctly. And what I'm gonna do now is just basically I'm gonna walk away from my screen. I'm gonna do a break. I'm gonna do a break because I'm micromanaging the trade and I'm doing some stupid ins and outs. I set my profits, targets, that's it. It's gonna go, it's gonna go. So basically now as you can see, we've entered the yesterday's value area. So my suspicion is that we're gonna attempt to cross it. Yeah, but just thinking now that if I've kept my original entry, which was at 60.15, if I've kept my original entry at 60.15, I would be now around 20 plus points. I would be now 20 plus points in the market. And I would basically have hit all my targets and just stepped away. But it is what it is. On our bad days, everyone has a bad days. Now we're trying to push beyond the 5K. We'll find some sellers there. Today seems as it's gonna be one of those days, trending days, where price literally like open is gonna go up to the end. So that's why I'm just gonna leave a runner. My ultimate target in any case is the quarterly 1.5. I have the impression the buyers are just running out of fuel. Let's see. It was about time. I mean, they did a whole run of I don't know how many points, like 40 points, with only minor pullbacks. So that's something I need to keep in mind, that we may see a big pullback at some point. So far it holds okay. It holds just crossed outside of 60.36. That was our plan, to get out of the high time frame bearish levels. And we crossed outside of the CVA high and inside the yesterday's DVA. So basically the whole context now is bullish. The only thing is the POC, which I'm gonna plan to take the majority of my position before the POC, which is this one. And then it's basically kind of like risk-free. If it's gonna go, it's gonna go. I don't really care. I'm just gonna go to break even, and I'm just gonna leave them running. Yeah, it goes very well so far. I can't really say. Let's see if it's gonna keep pushing. Yeah, there was a selling attempt, but it's getting observed. We see that it's amazing. The sellers are getting absorbed up in the extremes. almost instantly. We're at the 10K now, so there is always a possibility to see a big rejection in here. We're 7.2K, by the way, and that's why we see the sellers up there. But we're still far away from the 10K. We're still at 7.4K now. We see the sellers that were almost instantly bought. We're just almost 2.5 points, 7-8 clicks from my first TP. It's very overstretched, I'm aware of. I'm aware that it's very overstretched, but also I'm aware that all the sellers are getting instantly bought. That's why I'm willing to give it a little bit of space. There was kind of like some mini consolidation in here. Here you can see the management I'm doing. I brought up my first 3 contracts, which is my first TP. I brought the stops up to the lower case of the whole sideways structure here. If it breaks below, I'm still gonna take profits. So I'm just not gonna trust the market because the market's random. So just gonna give it some time. So we see here the volume coming. It's really good volume. A lot of volume coming now from 7.5k, almost 1000k now. 800k came in. They all got absorbed, so we may see some bearish momentum here. Let's see. Just gonna do it a little bit more tight here with the stops. I'm doing that because I see a lot of buyers are getting absorbed now. So we may see some form of pullback. Volumes keep coming, I see it now, but it's all getting kind of absorbed. Let's see if we can push up to 10k, up at the extremes. Let's keep pushing. The volume is coming. We're gonna close it now. Okay, I closed my trade, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bring the sell stop right here. So we saw finally the exhaustion. So I've decided to put my stop here because it's below the 60-40, which is a technical level, but also it's below the plus 1.5, which plus 1.5 has been broken for 4 or 5 hours now. So if it breaks, if it manages to break the 1.5, it means it's gonna do a big reversal. So I'm willing to leave 2 contracts running now. Just want to say that one more time. This is usually a trade that I don't take. This is a very like retail trade to get up that high in the market. I don't really take any of these trades. But as I said today, humbling myself, I missed very good opportunities at the lows, and I saw the market going. I saw there was a very bullish momentum, so I said I might just give it a go. Let's see if it's gonna hold now. Okay, the sellers are really pressing now. I have another 2% now. Open PNL. It would be pity to close it now because I see the sellers I keep pushing. You see, this lack of participation. What I'm gonna do now is I'm taking the rest of percent because I saw the buyers they couldn't push any higher, and I'm closing the day for today. It's a losing day. I've about 12% down, which is a lot. But it is what it is, I guess. Coming in from tomorrow, I'm gonna be sizing down back to 3 to 4 micros. Today I played with 5 micros. Yeah, we see now the big reversal that didn't happen for a long time. Uh, by the way, we did as is of trending days, we didn't see any fail breakdown yet. Anyway, it is what it is today. Today wasn't of my best days. I decided to go heavy and take some trades here at the pullbacks. It didn't work out. It was very choppy area. I decided to take